all. So just one moment. Just let me set up my laptop. Okay, perfect. So good morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining us today at the kickoff event of the Reducing Elder Abuse and Financial Fraud Through Education and Awareness project. It's a part of the New Horizons for Seniors program. My name is Seville, and I am the president of the Canadian Helpers Society. It's a pleasure to see some of you showing your support and interest in this important initiative. So before we begin, I would like to acknowledge that we are gathered on the traditional territory of the Neutral, Anishinaabe, and Haudenosaunee people. The region of Waterloo is situated on the Haldimand Tract, land promised to the Six Nations that includes 6 miles on each side of the Grand River. We respect and honor the diverse histories, languages, and cultures of all Indigenous peoples who call this territory home. We are committed to moving forward in the spirit of reconciliation and collaboration. First, let me introduce you to the organization, Canadian Helpers Society. Our organization is dedicated to improving the lives of our community in vulnerable situations, with a special focus on those from low-income and new immigrant backgrounds. We offer a comprehensive array of services, educational initiatives, and resources aimed at facilitating integration, fostering empowerment, and promoting active community involvement. Our primary activities include the employment training program, mental health and wellness program, community engagement and advocacy program, and various targeted initiatives like the reopening project, neighborhood cooking project that we already had it and we completed. So through these programs, we strive to empower our community in the Waterloo region and help them achieve a sense of belonging and self-sufficiency in the community. So today we are here to launch a new and exciting project under the New Horizons for Seniors program. So as I mentioned, the name of the project is Reducing Elder Abuse and Financial Fraud Through Education and Awareness. It aims to empower seniors in the Waterloo region in our community that we already know to prevent elder abuse and access assistance when necessary. So elder abuse can take many forms, as you know, including physical, emotional, sexual, and financial harm. And it's a growing concern in our community, as you might have heard already. So financial fraud is a particularly distressing issue, which I will show you some videos on. So leaving many seniors in our community feeling isolated and vulnerable, and of course, frustrated eventually. So our project aims to address these issues through a series of Zoom-based educational sessions designed to reach seniors effectively. So we will provide valuable information and practical advice through some professionals who are gonna show up in next few months on identifying signs of abuse and fraud. So how to safeguarding personal well-being and finances, how to do reporting issues and seeking help, supporting seniors who have experienced harm, and fostering respect for seniors. So by the end of this project, we hope to enhance seniors' knowledge about elder abuse, financial fraud, boost their confidence and skills in dealing with these challenges, connect them with local resources that are already out there, but they're unaware, and support services as well. So reduce incidents of elder abuse and financial fraud that I already mentioned. There are lots in the community, unfortunately, in Canada, and improve the overall well-being and happiness of seniors in our Waterloo region. So, and as I mentioned already, mental health awareness is gonna be the main focus. So it's as we know, the mental health awareness is a critical component of our community, and of course, it's this project, and mental health issues can significantly impact the quality of life for seniors, especially those in marginalized community, because of not having access to the other people in the community, not having access to the resources that are already out there, but they might be even not aware that they are out there. So many seniors face unique challenges, including isolation, loss of loved ones, and physical health issues which can all contribute to mental health struggles. So at the Canadian Harper Society, our organization, we understand the importance of addressing these mental health challenges. And our mental health and wellness program, like this one, is designed to provide the necessary support and resources to help seniors navigate these issues. So by enhancing mental health awareness, we aim to improve the overall well-being of our senior community, ensuring they have the tools and resources and support needed to maintain a healthy and fulfilling life, and hopefully not going through something like a fraud. So to support our mission and objectives of this project, we will provide, as I mentioned, a range of programs and resources available for our seniors community in the upcoming months. And this is kind of like a kickoff event just to introduce those programs to you. And our goal, as I mentioned, is to connect seniors with local resources and support services, which are already out there in the region, and providing a network of assistants that can help them navigate and overcome the challenges they are facing or they might face in the future. So as I mentioned, this is just a kickoff event. So to introduce the organizations, the organization's missions, the objectives of this project, which I have already done, and then the structure, which I will go through, what we are gonna see in each program, and the importance of mental health awareness that we already mentioned. So yeah, and if there will be any Q questions, so we will be happy to get them and we will do our best to answer them. So after these sessions, we are gonna have, so our session 2, in other words, is gonna be understanding mental health, which is gonna take place end of July, end of this month. So it's gonna cover the basic of mental health, common issues, and their impact on daily life. It will explain the importance of mental well-being in marginalized community. So at session 3, which is gonna be identifying mental health issues, which is gonna be mid-August, it's going to teach participants how to identify signs and symptoms of mental health issues in themselves and others. So it will include practical exercise for early recognition, so of course before them getting any harm. So it's very important. And the next one is going to be mid-September. It's going to be session 4. It's titled Coping Strategies for Stress. It's going to focus on practical coping strategies for managing stress and anxiety, including mindfulness, relaxation exercises, and healthy lifestyle choices. And as you can recognize, almost all of these programs are not just for seniors. So youth can take advantage of, as we all need these kinds of services, and we have to be aware of things that are going on around us in our family, in our personal life, and in our community. So session 5, which is going to be mid-October, is going to be about protecting against financial fraud, which is very important. So we are hearing a lot about it in our community, but unfortunately still there are a lot that we have to do in our community in order to decrease any possibility of going through something like this. And of course, decreasing any chance of negative impact of it in our society. So this session is going to educate participants about common financial scams and frauds. And it's going to targeting, unfortunately, mostly marginalized communities, strategies to protect personal finances. So after that, we are going to have session 6. It's going to be about access and mental health resources. It's going to be mid-November. It's going to talk about guide participants on how to access mental health resources and support services, including local services, hotlines, and online resources. So mid-December, it's going to be about building resilience, which is very important. So how to be more resilient in the society. So it's going to discuss resilience building techniques such as positive thinking, goal setting, and developing a support network. And it's going to engage participants in activities to enhance their resilience. So after that, we are going to have session 8, which is going to be about physical self-defense preparation. I know it's going to be online, but hopefully we are going to be able to have a fruitful session. So mid-January of next year, it's going to be about provide training on physical self-defense techniques to protect against physical attacks. So it's going to include practical demonstration and exercises, which is going to be very interesting as it's going to be online. So, and after that, we are going to have session 9, which is going to be about guidance from law enforcement. So we are going to have a police officer who is going to present us and guide us on what to do in case of an attack or emergency, let's say on a street. We have no idea what to do. We are facing something very unexpected. So what to do, where to go. So the police officer is going to discuss legal rights and how to report incidents, any types of incidents. And the last session is going to be about follow-up and feedback. It's not kind of like informative sessions, but it's kind of like receiving like feedback from participants. It means you. So, and how we can provide more additional resources for ongoing support. So we will be really happy if you can also join that. It's going to be almost end of February. We are going to gather feedback from US participants. So to improve future sessions, if you think that the sessions that we had, which were like 8 sessions, 8 informative sessions, of course, if we exclude this one and the final one. So if they have been informative, if you have learned anything or no, you think like there is still a lot that we have to do. So we would be happy to receive that feedback and of course reflect in our future programs that we are gonna hold. So I want to actually show 2 videos to you that I think could be nice just to give you some ideas like that what kind of frauds are out there, not even just for seniors, even for youths, even for all kinds of like communities. But of course, as we know, unfortunately, just marginalized communities are more vulnerable of these kinds of things due to so many factors. So I just want to show you 2 videos of this. Just let me, if I can show you. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So, okay, before that, maybe it's better to show you this one, and then I will go. Oh, it's an ad. Just a moment.
It targets the...
Okay. Let me just enlarge it. Okay, wonderful. So CTV News is talking about a fraud, which is known as grandparents scams, which has been around, unfortunately, I think it's about like 2-3 years in Canada. So so it shows how seniors could be vulnerable, unfortunately, to things that even could not be imagined. So I think it's worth listening. Let me just increase my volume.
There is a sinister scam to tell you about tonight targeting Canadian seniors, and it's on the rise. It targets the elderly, pressuring them to hand over cash to save a family member. From January to August of this year, almost 600 seniors lost a total of nearly $5. That's double the amount in all of 2021. Here's CTV's Vanessa Lee on the fraudsters preying on the most vulnerable.
Like hundreds of Canadian seniors this year, Eileen Lawson received a terrifying call she won't soon forget.
They knew my name.
She was told her granddaughter was in police custody after being in a car accident with a loaded gun found in the trunk.
I was totally freaked out. I was shaking, which is not normally me. And all I could think about is my granddaughter being in a cell, locked up there.
The caller told Lawson her granddaughter would be released if she paid a $10,000 cash bond. But there was a gag order. She had to keep quiet. Once she handed over the money, she realized it was all a lie. She is sharing her story in hopes no one else will fall victim.
Every night when I go to bed, I relive it.
Police across the country are seeing a rise in criminals using what is known as grandparent scams, which have been swindling seniors out of retirement savings for more than a decade.
What we're seeing locally is that there's an in-person element. It's not just online, and that's concerning to me.
It's not only financially consequences, it's also emotionally consequences, where these victims usually are going to have a sense of fear, discouragement, shame.
Police say seniors who get such a call should hang up and not provide any information to the caller and not send any money. Call family members right away, especially the family member in question, and report the crime.
Be mindful or be careful of what you post online. Scammers can use details shared on social media platforms.
Eileen Lawson got her $10,000 back from her banks as a gesture of goodwill. She is among the lucky ones. Police say too often all of that hard-earned money is gone. Omar.
Vanessa Lee in Montreal tonight. Vanessa, thank you.
This is another one I would like to show you.
It's just not fair.
A senior from BC's Tri-Cities area says she is out over $80,000 after falling victim to a scam. Diane, who asked that we only refer to her by her first name for safety, says she received a phone call with the caller ID CIBC, and she thought it was her bank.
They knew everything about me, so I assumed it was all legit when it happened.
He knew her address and account numbers. He was convincing, and she felt she could trust him.
They told me, rather, that there was fraud on my account and knew everything. I assumed wrongly that they were really the bank.
She says he asked her to buy gift cards.
I followed their instructions, and then I thought that was it. And then they started harassing me, demanding more money, and threatening me, saying that if I didn't do, I would be sorry, that my husband, my dog, my house would be in danger. So I was scared, and I did as they said.
They also told Diane to withdraw money from her line of credit and buy them Bitcoin. She says she did what they said to protect her family.
The final day when I said, I can't give you any more money, I have no more money, I called the RCMP because I was scared. I was just so scared.
Diane says the RCMP traced the Bitcoin to India.
And a lot of online fraud is being done from other countries, where it makes it very difficult for police to investigate and very difficult for prosecutors to lay charges.
Lawyer Kyla Lee says online fraud cases have gone up in recent years because criminals can find so much personal information online.
They can then use to manipulate us and get us to give our money or our information over to them.
Lee says banks have limited financial obligation to protect their clients from this kind of fraud.
But as soon as you deal with Bitcoin, it takes it out of the regulated market that banks have and limits the options of banks to actually protect their customers.
Diane has been on disability since the 1980s. She says she's on a pension, and after paying back the line of credit, she's left with only $400 a month.
Please don't let this happen to you.
In Vancouver, Angela Bowers, City News.
This story came to us from a City News viewer. If you have a story idea, you
Contact us.
Okay, thank you, guys. So yeah, as you have watched in those videos, so these are brave seniors who come and then talk about what happened to them. But unfortunately, in the community, there are a lot of seniors who go through, but because of shame or because of still not being aware of the scam they're going through, they are not coming out. So it's very important for them to be informed about the types of fraud and how they can protect themselves and eventually their families. So yeah, these are all the things that I wanted to talk about today at this kickoff event. But if there is any questions, I would be happy to answer, if I can, of course.
Yeah, there is a few more things I should add. On these programs, we are going to we are going to try to help in very simple language, not very uh, specialized terms, very simple language, and something that on daily life seniors and everybody can get help. So please, all the participants, if from inside of Canada or outside, if you have somebody, especially seniors, please invite them to join us, because what they are going to learn here very useful. There are some minor changes, like we are going to have most likely the first session for self-defense. Okay, so this self-defense we are going to learn. We are not going to be like hero or something, but we can defend ourselves. And especially it is going to be focused on seniors. Or also we are going to add AI, artificial intelligence, not very in deep specialized like programming, no, on daily life. These days, anyway, we have to know AI. If we don't, we are going to lose a lot. And AI is coming so fast. So we are going to also cover that one in very simple language that everybody can use it. Doesn't matter if you are good on computer or not good, we will cover something useful for everybody. Yes, Sabine, please.
Thank you so much. They were very important ones. Sorry, the next session, is it going to be on physical defense or?
Actually, yeah, good. In the next few days, because I am talking to the speakers, in the next few days, the schedule going to be ready. Then I will post it, and also I will send to everybody, including Charissa, you, and everybody. And for each session, separately, we are going to have a flyer, at least 1 week before the session, at least 1 week. Then everybody will aware what is going to be on the session. And also we will try our best all the time, Saturday, this time of the week, we will have a session. If for any reason we have to change, we don't have any other choice, already we will let everybody know that please, for example, this week it is Sunday, or at least 10 sessions we are going to have. I hope everybody will join, and everybody ask from your seniors at your home, neighbor to join, and something very useful we are going to cover.
Thank you so much. And again, these sessions are so like important and necessary in the community, that not just seniors, I mean, youth even can take advantage, or like young age can take advantage. These are very important. Like there are frauds that are there that I have not even heard of it. So like, for example, as like in the video shown, if someone calls me and gives me all the information they are having, including my address, my bank account, of course, like there is a very high possibility that I would trust them that they're calling me from my bank. So there's a lot out there that we have to be aware, and of course we have to know like how we can protect ourselves. So they're really essential. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. If you have any questions or anything that is in your mind, if you cannot ask that right now, you can just email us. And as Shane mentioned, so we are gonna send you a message, and I hope we can send them also a calendar invite if possible, so if they can see it in their calendar. But yeah, we can talk about it. So thank